Spartans! Tonight we dine! Oh, sorry, I was actually reenacting one of my favorite scenes from a movie about King Leonidas. He was actually a kid at one point in time in Sparta. You know what? Let's do something real quick. Close your eyes for me. Are they closed? Good. Now imagine being 7 years old. Imagine all that happiness and warmth that you felt from your family. And just one day, all that's ripped from you and you're thrust into an extremely militaristic education. Double your age. Imagine being 15 and married to someone that's 30. That was the childhood that people went through when they lived in the Greek city-state of Sparta. Hi, I'm Zach, and I'm actually here to talk to you about not only the male, but the female upbringing, and some of the differences between them in Sparta. To begin, the life of a woman was actually relatively normal. In Leonardo's book, The Ancient Greeks, he states that they went through a state-funded education that consisted entirely of classes that were designed to help better them as mothers. These classes included cooking, cleaning, gymnastics, light physical fitness, reading, and many more. They typically married pretty young, and like I said, about 15 to men, sometimes twice their age. And also while they were out in public, they would be encouraged to humiliate males as they were going through their training. So if a male was out and about and he was doing his physical fitness and a woman saw him, she was encouraged to insult him. Now, on the other hand, males actually went through a highly aggressive education. When they were born, they went through a process of being evaluated by a group of elders. And if the elders looked at them and saw any physical deformities, or they saw them to not be fit for the state of Sparta, they would basically just be left to die. They would either be put in a clay pot or just left on the side of the road to die from natural causes. Now, say they were accepted. Hey, awesome kid, he can make it. Then he lived, and he was cool, and at 7, like I said, he was ripped from his family to go through a process known as the agoge. The agoge was a education that was designed to encourage skills such as obedience and courage. They would go through many tests, including making beds out of reeds found in the river. They would be underfed harshly, so that if they were out at war and they had a lack of food, it wouldn't affect them as much. They would also go through a test in which they had to kill a slave. Now, if they made it, awesome, they passed that test. But if they were caught, they were punished severely in public, actually. They were lashed with whips, and they were not allowed to show any sign of pain or of hurt. And if they showed that sign, then they were punished even more severely. When they made it to the age of 20, they were released into the actual army of Sparta. Now, if they didn't make it through the agoge, they weren't accepted as being a member of the Spartan citizens. As you can see, the life of a Spartan child is vastly different from those of an American child. And as gruesome as it is in our eyes, to them it was actually pretty typical, and it brought about some of history's greatest warriors.